everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a defense that loves to quickly get off the field. The Chiefs are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they're going up against a Packers offense that will have a lot to deal with. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time. And it paid off on that play.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And next team, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive.
And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. And an alley to run. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebacker.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. It's hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. At the end of one, 7-6 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs. And he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Packers are going to have a first down.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to throw here. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Packers defense here, they're heading back out onto the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to...
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on for the 5th time here today.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. And they forced that fumble the last time. And when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. A group of Chiefs there to make the stop that time.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play clock winding down.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown onto their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have...
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Green Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.